again to Life Lessons with Mrs. O. I hope you've enjoyed the video so far. Remember what we're discussing and what we'll be talking about for this, I think this is probably the fourth video, is can you say yes to the following questions? And it's under the main heading, checklist before you pop the question or say yes. So I just want to quickly recap some of the questions. You can get more of the information from the last 2 or 3 videos. The first question that we tweeted is, do you love him or her? How do you know you love him or her? How does the action show that you love him or you love her? How does his action or action show that he loves you or she loves you? What does love truly mean to you? And then we looked on to say, do you see love the same way? Do you view marriage do you view love the same way? What does love truly mean to you? Does love mean the same thing to you? How does the Bible describe love relationship? And then we went on to look at 1 Corinthians 13 from verses 4 to 8. Now, I'm going to ask you to evaluate your love for one another using the description that we have described from the Bible. We talked about so many things last week. I have to go to it very quickly. And we said that love suffers long. And I remember I said to you that when we talk about love, I'm not talking about abuse, domestic violence, or any kind of violence, whether emotional, whether verbal, or whether physical abuse. We talked about that. We said that love is kind. We say love does not envy. Love does not parade itself. It's not proud. Love is not puffed up. Love does not behave rudely, or love is not rude. And we talked about love does not seek its own. Last week we talked about love does not seek its own. Love is not easily provoked. Love does not think of evil. Love does not rejoice in iniquity, but love rejoices in the truth. Love bears all things. Love believes all things. Love is about hope. Love hopes in all things. Love is patient. Love is kind. Yes, love does not fail. So for more information, you have to go back to the last 3 videos on it. So very quickly today, I have another question. Can you say that you are committing to a lifetime relationship? Is this relationship going to be a lifetime commitment? What do I mean by that? Now, when we talk about relationship that is leading to marriage, it's important that we have an understanding of what we are getting into. I knew what I was getting into many years ago, and it was something that myself and Mr. O, we sat down to have a discussion. I didn't enter it blindly. Mr. O himself did not enter it blindly. Our eyes were open. Shine your eyes. Let me come back to our Nigerian way of talking. You need to shine your eyes. Yes. I even my children, I tell them, you love with your heart, but this your brain has to be thinking. So it's not enough for one person to say, oh, I'm in this relationship forever, or for as long as I live. But the other one is thinking about trial and error. So it's important that when you're in a relationship, when you are courting, you are sitting down. It's not about, oh, I love you, you go and buy ice cream, you buy pizza, you go watch a movie. Oh, thank God, with COVID-19 now, people can't go watch a movie. You can't go to the theater to watch a movie. So instead of us spending time just sitting down on the phone and just talking, just gisting, I would suggest that you spend time. This is the time for you to ask yourselves questions. And that's why I'm bringing these questions to you today. And for the past weeks, that this relationship that you are in, can you say yes, that it's a lifetime commitment? Or you're just passing by? Or he's just passing through? This is especially for ladies. I know we ladies, we are very anxious. We fall in love. After 1 or 2 years, we are expecting the guy to pop the question. But my question to you is, are you on the same page? Sometimes the guys are not ready. And of course, sometimes even the ladies are not ready. So you cannot be in a relationship with somebody for year 1, year 2, year 3. 3 years of your life, and you don't know where you are going. You are still hanging. You guys, you don't know whether you're going to pop the question. You ladies, you don't even know if the guy is going to ask. It's time for you to sit down. 3 years is a lot of time. I didn't think I would say. I'll talk about it. I want you to go and multiply it into your 3 years, into how many days it is, into how many hours, into how many minutes, and into how many seconds. You will see that it's a long time. So you need to be able to say, yes, I'm committed to this relationship, or no, I'm not. And if it's a no, what are you doing in that relationship? It's time for you to get on. Life is too short. Life is not about relationship is not about trial and error. I'll tell you a story. Many years ago, we had this family who came to visit us. They just got married. And you know now, we Africans, we Nigerians, when a husband and wife get married, what do you think we ask? When are we having these children? When are the children starting? So we asked, are you planning to start a family? In fact, myself and Mr. O, we were shocked out of our socks by what the couple said to us. They said, Auntie, you are still trying the relationship. You are married. You have a ring on your finger. What do you mean you are trying the relationship? Well, we're still trying the relationship because we want to be sure that we are in it for a lifetime before we start thinking about having children. I am telling you, I was standing, I had to sit down. Myself and Mr. O, we looked at each other. So I asked the guy is our own family member, that, bros, I can't understand. What are you saying? He too said, yes, so auntie, you know, there's a lot of divorces going on right now. So we agreed before we got married that we want to try it out for a few years, so that if it's not working, we can go out of it. And I'm asking myself, we are Christians. The word of God says that when you two are joined together, especially in the presence of God, you become one. God has put his approval on it. And the Bible says, until death do you part. And yes, when you make that commitment, when you're taking your vows, you say, till death do me part. So how would you enter a relationship where you have vowed before God and before man, saying that it is till death do you part, and then you are trying it out? So I ask again, can you say yes? That this relationship that you are in it for 3 years now. Can you say it is a lifetime commitment? If it is a yes, congratulations. Begin to work hard, begin to think about your future. But if you say no, bros, sister, it's time to hop out of that relationship. But before I will say hop out of that relationship, I will need both of you to sit down. Have a heart-to-heart discussion. Why is it a no? How can you be in a relationship for 3 years? Some people 4 years. I've heard of one, 8 years. What are you doing in the 8 years? Yes, in my last video, I said I met Mr. O 1986 and we got married 1994. So it's like I'm eating back my words. But myself and Mr. O, we were not doing trial and error. We were committed to this relationship. And even when I had to travel abroad for a while, we committed to each other that we are going to stay and remain faithful. And then we put in devices, we devised several ways, to make sure that this relationship would not suffer as a result of distance. We called every day in the time of Nitel. I know a lot of you don't know what Nitel is. We never used to have the cell phone like we do now. We have to go to Nitel. Nitel is what now? It's national something. That's the communications center. So they had different public public phones everywhere. So you go, you slot in your money, and you make phone calls. That was how Mr. O used to call me. And then we wrote letters every week. We made sure we wrote letters to each other. So the letter that you know you want to, I want him to receive next week, I've written it this week, and I've posted it. And he did the same. Why? Because we were committed. Are you committed to this relationship? Is this relationship a lifetime commitment with you? If it's a yes, congratulations. But if it's a no, sit down. Have this heart-to-heart discussion. Explore. Why am I saying no to this relationship? You may have to do a self-reflection by yourself. What is the thing that is causing you to say no? Identify it. If it's something that is a core value, then and you know that it's something that you cannot live with for the rest of your life, bros, sister, it's time for you to check out. But if it's something that is something that you know that okay, you can manage, then. But for you to say a no, it means it's a big thing. So it's high time both of you sit down, have a discussion, reevaluate this relationship, reevaluate it, and see if there's any adjustment. You can make some adjustment, and if he can make some adjustment, if she can make some adjustment, and you can come to a compromise. You can move from the extreme end and come to the middle. Relationships are about compromising, but not compromising your core values, not compromising the things that you know are important to you. Because if you compromise now, you're going to regret later when it comes to the things that are most important to you. For example, I cannot advise you to marry a man or a woman that does not love you. I cannot advise you to do that. Because you are getting into a relationship that is going to be you're getting into a marriage that is going to be a lot of heartache and pain. You don't want it. So if you cannot say yes, that this relationship that you are in, you are committed to it for a lifetime. Remember, I'm not talking about people who are dating. I'm talking about people who are courting. If you cannot say a yes to it, it is time for you to sit down, have a self-reflection, come together as a couple, talk about whatever it is that is causing the misalignment, and see if you can align. If you cannot align, it is time for you to say goodbye. I know my time is up again. I know we're just getting into it, but I'm so passionate about this. It's important that you get it right. I have young adults in my home. So every time they are listening. We have our life moments with Mrs. O in my kitchen. That's why, and this is the reason why I broadcast from my kitchen. Because this is where myself and my children, we have our life moment, blessings with Mrs. O. So please share this video. Don't keep it to yourself. You know that friend of yours who you have been talking to that is struggling in this relationship. Send this video to them. Encourage them to listen to all the other videos. Subscribe and share with your contacts. And of course, don't forget to press the notification button so that when the next video comes up, you get your notification. Until I see you next time, stay safe. Stay safe. Coronavirus is still out there. Stay safe. Keep your social distance. And God bless you. Ciao.